Gomez be rolling over. That's for sure. Less than half a minute to go in round 7. Gomez has landed at least 10 punches low, and there's another one just in this round. Good left hand by Nelson. Incredible round. That's the end of round 7. We'll be back. Welcome to round 8 here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The corner of Wilfredo Gomez, like the fighter himself and the fans here, seems stunned by the turn of events. Nelson has dictated the terms of the fight throughout tonight. Strange doings here in San Juan under a full moon. The feeling, I think, for Nelson coming in was that he wanted to back Gomez up. He's done that throughout the fight. Gomez has landed some excellent counter shots, but this is not the way Gomez likes to fight. This is not his style. Gomez looks tired here in the 8th round. We should mention this has happened before against Lupe Pintor in a fight that he won in the 14th. He looked all but out in the 9th or 10th round. And once again a low blow. It's astonishing that the referee has not taken a point away from Gomez. He has landed, I would say conservatively, 15 to 20 low blows in this fight. And most of them, frankly, look deliberate. And we are in San Juan, it should be noted. The home and birthplace of Wilfredo Gomez. Upwards of 12,000 here at the stadium. Every single one of them rooting for Gomez. This is the portion in a fight where Wilfredo Gomez has often gotten renewed strength and come back extremely well. In this 12-rounder, he may need to. He looks much more fatigued of the two fighters. Nelson using the jab well. He established that early in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and it's served him well ever since. Another low blow. Gomez is laying that left hook low nearly every time. I think you'd need a pocket calculator by this point to figure out exactly how many low blows Wilfredo Gomez has delivered on Azumah Nelson. You know, in this round, good overhand right by Nelson. In this round, Nelson has relied almost entirely on the jab. Nelson again dictating the terms, having Gomez back up on him. That's not what we expected coming into this fight at all. There was much talk that Gomez might not be as fit for this fight as he wanted to be, and there's some evidence of that. Again, he languishes on those ropes, and Nelson batters him. Half a minute to go in round 8, and once again, Azumah Nelson is clearly the aggressor in this fight. Gomez slipping some of those punches, but not many, and he has kind of a vacant look in his eyes. Gomez cannot afford to be on those ropes. That left looks mighty weary. Nelson looking much pressure of the two, and that's the end of the 8th round. As Gomez returns to his corner just overhead, he's got a big smile on his face. Wilfredo Gomez in his corner, as you can see, is being worked on by his corner, looking clearly more fatigued of the two fighters. Azumah Nelson flashed a smile at Gomez after that last round, as if to tell him, I'm in control. The key to this fight was whether or not Wilfredo Gomez, a lifelong super bantamweight, had the power to be, in fact, a featherweight. Apparently tonight, he does not. Well, he won the bantamweight championship, moved up to super bantamweight, defended 17 times, lost to Sanchez, and Boxing World says you can't fight as a featherweight, but he did beat Laporte for the featherweight title. However, he hasn't fought often as a featherweight, and we're seeing tonight he's having some trouble with the bigger weight division. Keep in mind, 40 of his 41 victories have come by the knockout route. His very first fight was a draw. His most recent fight, winning the featherweight title from Laporte on a decision, went the distance. Outside of that, either Sanchez has knocked out his opponent, or only once he was knocked out. I beg your pardon, Gomez knocked out his opponent, and Gomez was in fact floored by Sanchez in the 8th round of their super bantamweight title fight 3 years ago. So here we are in round 9. And again, Azumah Nelson is dictating the terms of this altercation.
Gomez wants to concentrate on the body. We've mentioned those low blows. Some have landed legally. But at this point, I think he really needs to set up some shots to the head because I don't know if he's going to be able to do enough damage to Nelson's body now to really get himself back into the fight. Good jab by Gomez.
But it had no discernible effect until one begins to wonder whether he has the power to be a legitimate featherweight.
And they were getting into the point of the fight where obviously the fatigue factor enters into it. We know that Gomez appears a little bit tired. Nelson doesn't seem tired. Gomez slipped in his corner on some water there. Both these fighters have gone over 10 rounds a number of times. Gomez has been 12 4 times. Nelson has been 12 or more only once. But Gomez has been 10 rounds only twice, and Nelson has been 10 rounds 6 times.
And as we have the fight scored at this moment, Wilfredo Gomez is just beginning to run out of time.
Possibly. Some of those rounds were close, and we don't really know how the judges are seeing it, but I would think that right now Gomez would be a bit behind on their cards.
3 judges are from the United States, Great Britain, and Italy. How, if in any way, they'll be affected by the home crowd here, time will tell.
Good right by both fighters. They exchange rights. A good right by Nelson. This is what Wilfredo Gomez is made of. He's been hurt, but look at him come back in this round.
And yet Azumah Nelson still has a smile on his face.
I don't think he's being hurt by those shots, but you can see that Gomez just doesn't know what quit is. And I would refer back to the Lupe Pintor fight of a couple years ago when he was in big trouble at about this point in the fight and still came back to win a TKO over Pintor, so he can do it.
Oh, and the jab had an effect on Nelson. Back to look for the first time. Nelson does not want to be against the ropes against Wilfredo Gomez as we come to the end of round 9. This WBC Featherweight Championship from San Juan. Charlie Steiner and Al Bernstein bringing it to you. A lovely night in San Juan with a full moon overhead, temperature of 70 degrees. Gomez suffered some swelling over the right eye early on in the fight. But Nelson really hasn't been able to do too much damage to that eye ever since.
Just a reminder, the scoring done on a 10-point must system. The winner of the round gets 10 points, the loser 9 or less. Perhaps the only 2-point round in this fight might have been back in the 4th when Nelson really had Gomez in trouble, but he did not knock him down, so that might well just have been a 1-point round for Nelson.
Neither fighter has been off his feet. Midway through the 10th round.
One punch that Nelson has not used in the last 6 or 7 rounds with the uppercut. He was using it well early in the fight, and now on the inside has been going primarily with the left hook and the right to the body.